What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right here we are going to be doing a custom. Now it's been a while since I've done any customs or anything, but as y'all saw in the thumbnail and on the title of the video, the custom we are going to be making is the rival. Now right here I have Kong with battle axe from the New Empire. Granted, I was going to do something with this before and decided not to because I've done so many videos with Kong that there's no difference in the movement or skin or anything or the hair. Instead, this version just doesn't have the beast glove from the film, but comes with the axe. And that's about it. Instead, the head is instead roaring and showing its mouth like that. So it wasn't really nothing different that we have seen. So I decided to just put this to the side until I thought about what to really do with it. And I decided we're going to turn him into the rival. So let's go on and get him out of his cardboard prison. Alright, I got him out of his cardboard prison. But before we continue, I want to mention something that I forgot to mention. This figure actually has two open hands. All the other Kong figures that they have done always had the left hand as a closed fist, while the other one was open. So we can actually have this figure having dual battle axes, or one hand could have the battle axe while the other one could have the bone club, or anything you want to work with if you already have this figure. Thought I'd mention that because I forgot to. Now, we're not just going to be painting this up to look like the rival. No, we are actually going to change the head out. And we are also going to be adding the rival's scars, just so it makes it look more closer to what we see in the book. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to swap the heads out? I'm going to show you. So right here we have the younger Kongs right here from the battle packs that I've gotten. One is, I think this is the one from the Hollow Earth battle pack, while this one was with the Destroyed City. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I going to do this? With the rival, he did not have that defined beard like Kong has right here. He has more of like where his fur was not as defined right here. It was more closer to like a younger Kong look, but still had like that older look to it, like how these have. So that is what I'm going to do, and swap these out for this so I can switch out on the shelf if I want him to have like closed mouth or roaring. It's always good just if you want to change it out for the fun of it, or either way. I'm getting off topic, sorry. So I'm going to get some hot water and I'm going to swap the heads out, and I will be right back. Alright, now that I got the heads off, we're going to go and remove this one right here out the way. But before I move this to the side, I'm going to let y'all know I'm not going to toss this because this could be used in a future video or something else. If anything, we'll figure something out for this. So I wouldn't recommend just tossing it. But to also show y'all, just in case this looks a little different on the body, well, it's going to look different because how the hair and everything is. But to show y'all right here so y'all can see a little bit better on the side, the heads are the same size and in the same thickness. So this will fit on here just fine. It's just going to look a little off at first, but thought I'd let y'all know, so we're going to set that to the side. Now, I already went on and carved out the new openings for the heads to fit on. And what I did was I used an X-Acto knife to carve, oh, didn't mean to drop it, to carve out the piece. But also, I used this new tool right here. I'm not really sure what this is called. Someone recommended this to me, but I think this is like an edger or something like that, because it cleans up like edges to make them more smooth, or where it doesn't have like sharp edges on it. So I used this and it cleaned it up nicely. So these are the two tools I used for this. Be careful with the X-Acto knife. But I also did use the X-Acto knife on the neck right here, so the head could look slightly up a little bit more. Probably won't make no difference because I couldn't really get fully in there. Thought I'd share that real quick. So now we're going to put on the head. So I'm going to go on and put this one on since this matches the original for it. Now, granted, you don't want it too loose where it's just going to fall off every time. You do want some resistance. So I wouldn't recommend like making the hole too big. Just do like test fitting so you know you get just right if you try to follow these steps. But see, like right here, we can look slightly up a little bit more. And we can just go back down to regular. But we also have a little bit of a side to side. But that's just because of the peg. That had nothing to do with anything, just showing the movement. And we still get that 360. But I do like the reach on here. Even if I didn't do that, it would probably still have that same upwards. So we will be able to pose this in some nice poses towards the end. So now we're going to move on to the next step. We're going to move these tools out the way. Now the next step is going to be the scars. Now the rival had multiple scars on his arms and some on the stomach area or abs. I didn't see nothing really on the photo, but granted, on the photos, his arm is mostly covering his chest like this, so we don't really know on the chest area. But we do see on his abs and arms, and that's about it. So to do this, you can use an X-Acto knife, but you're not going to get the scars like you want. So what I'm going to use is the wood burner. Now, granted, you have not seen me use this in a while, because nothing really needed this. But to do this, we're going to make the scars look a lot better with this tool, especially with this headpiece right here, so we can get to make the scars a little bit more nicer and cleaner. So I'm going to move the camera to a better angle so y'all can see all what I'm going to do. So I will be right back. The rival is finished. The matte varnish is cured. Now looking at him, I think I did pretty well on this, but let me know in the comments what y'all think. Did I do pretty okay on this? Is it close? Can't wait to see what all of y'all say. Now granted, I did take some liberty with him, adding some extra scars on his legs, as y'all can see right here on the back of the legs as well. But I also did something else. We know he had some white or grayish fur on his wrist, so I decided to add that same color to his feet right here on the fur. But also did the same thing on the back right here where the fur is a slightly thicker on the shoulders, showing that he has like that silverback genes or that alpha status, kind of like Kong has. So let me know what y'all think, if those were some good upgrades that I did for it. Since we don't see much of the rival, we only see like part of him in the comic. Grant, you see him 3 times in the comic. The first time he's in the background in the shadows watching. Second is him roaring, ready to fight. And then the third one is just his skull. So those are the only times we see the rival. Hopefully they'll bring him back like in a not background character, but kind of, I meant to say a like flashback type story, or like in the Monarch series they could find like some type of like some wall paintings or something referencing the rival or something like that. In a way, just to bring him back in some way or form, instead of just making this character and just having him as a throwaway type thing. Now, we're moving on from that. I did end up doing the head right here, as y'all saw it saying right here. I tried my best to get the eyes as close as I could as what I saw in the comic. Has that like serious look to them. Granted, I also added that to this one has as well. I don't think I did pretty bad on the eyes right there. Now for some add-ons we can add to them. First up, the one thing that came with the battle axe. Grant, all the Kong figures already had this that I used. So we know he can hold this. But you can also, if you have the One Eye figure from Playmates, he comes with the Bone Club. We'll just call it a Bone Club because that's what it is. So let's see what he looks like holding this, shall we? There we go. Perfect fit right there. So we have the rival with his Bone Club. Now, Grant, I wonder if the rival was one of the Kongs that made or could have wielded the battle axe before everything went sideways for the great apes. Like before they left their homes and everything, was he one of the ones that was able to escape but didn't go to Skull Island but went after Godzilla and just left the battle axe behind? That's what I mean. Is be something to like. It'd be interesting to know he was one of the original wielders of it, or the one who made it. But that's something we have to wait and see if they'll actually do. So we're gonna move this stuff out the way, and we're gonna pull out some comparisons. First up, we have Kong with Beast Glove. Grant, they are both the same, basically the same figure. Instead, the head. There's the body. You can see has the same scars, so same body, same everything, but head. Instead, this one does not want to stand that well. Granted, this guy actually stands slightly taller than the Kong just because the head placement. Shoulders are the same size, everything is the same, instead the head. Now, Grant, looking at these two side by side, kind of looks pretty good, I think. I'm going to move you out the way. Next up, this was going to be the body I was going to use for the rival. And that is this 2017 Kong Skull Island figure. Grant, this was not the 2017 figure. I was just saying that for the movie. But this is the Playmates Savage Kong. I think that's what it was, where he came with the boat propeller and the helicopter. The only thing is, I don't have the roaring head on. I have this other head on that came from another Kong. This originally was going to be the rival, but I'm glad I did actually change it. But what do y'all think? Should I have gone with this for that or not? Y'all like how the rival came out with this look? So I'm going to move this out the way. So that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what y'all think of the rival, and I will see y'all next time.